Hello everyone. I'm Sreenivasagam from second year ECE department. Now we have Mr.Kreethi C.V from Harman Services who is working as senior testing engineer in Bosch. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, sir. How about you?
Good, doing good. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Being we myself and other juniors who came after me have the main doubt whether we can what can we pursue in our future generation and how in which path we can go. How have you chosen your path? What made you to get into this position?
Okay. So to begin with, I initially had no idea about core industry or IT industry. Okay, just like a commoner, my only aim was to focus on placement and get into any other organization, leave the college with a job. That was my prime motive. Then later in the on campus, I chose Tech Mahindra. Then I worked there for 1.5 years as a tester. So at that time, it was fixed that testing would be my domain. So I found it as a beginner, and that too from college to corporate transition. That was the period actually that was ongoing. So I found like something new. I'm learning it. So I did not know the initial difference between what is testing, what is development, what is the scope of integrator in between. All there are many roles to do. So I was just chosen for the role of tester. Then after that, I began to enter into Bosch, and after that, maybe around a period of 2 years after Tech Mahindra, I started to understand what is the scope of that uh, work I'm doing it. So what does development mean? What does tester mean? What does integrator mean? Those kind of things. That after that particular period of time, I gained to knowledge about what is the difference. Then I was clear that okay, let testing be my domain because whatever product you develop, in the end it goes to the consumers. The consumers or the customers, they're the end testers. For example, you're getting a mobile phone. So if finally you're getting the product, you are as a customer, only that part is visible to you. But if you happen to face any bug or happen to face any issue, what happens? You just give it to the service center. And the service center, what they do, they give it back to the company. So there the main role of tester was why this bug was not checked. Though the development was done at an initial stage, why didn't the tester perform it? Why was the testing not carried out? So this kind of enthusiasm and what kind of say we are actually the end consumers before you, even before the product reaches you, how it reaches us, we test it and we test it in a point such that the consumers use it. Like you're using the mobile, you use multiple apps at the same time. What we do is we also try to use multiple apps at the same time. We try to load the mobile phone and then we try to find out what the bug is all about. So this is not only restricted to cell phones. Mine in Robert Bosch, it was automotive category. So I was into automotive domain, the braking system. See, mobile is different, something that is to be used as a part of entertainment. But when it comes to braking system, it is something related to life. So I should not miss even a single bit of information there. Any small carelessness from the tester would cost the life of the person who is driving in the car. So there came the responsibility actually. So that at that point, I just started to realize that this is the one. Okay, though the developer develops it, the integrator integrates it, I'm the tester. I have the complete responsibility to take over everything that I do, because only after I give okay, it just reaches the consumer. Why? I'm a certified tester and I have approved that this is working fine. So whatever it is, be it a positive or be it a blame, it is to the tester that is to take care, right? So it is like almost like a challenging task. The testing is almost like a challenging task. So it is that at that point I started to love the testing. So anywhere you go, there will be mostly these three kind of jobs only: tester, developer, integrator, and many other. There are also non-ITES sectors. So I got to know about this interest in the later part of my career, not at the initial stage. So it depends on the people who they have their own mindset. So if they are very good at what is needed for them, or if they are well versed, or if they are having more interaction with kind of people in IT or service sector, they will understand what is necessary for them, and they will try to choose their field at the earliest. So as a commoner, I would like to what I would like to say is prepare yourself for everything. Okay, but especially for the coding part, whatever it is, even it is mechanical or civil or computer science or electrical, just be strong with the coding part and the core knowledge that you have. Then you try to get into an organization, because in the beginning you have no idea actually what is going on. Okay, what is testing, development, nothing you have idea, so just go into it. So then but it is up to you. There are people who still rely on entering only into the core sectors rather than IT sector. So it depends on the people interest. So first, even I entered into IT first, and then I skipped into core sector, Robert Bosch, and then again into service sector now, Harman Connected Services. So the chain goes as it is, but the process and the mode of work is same. So it's up to you.
Okay, sir. That's really a great explanation of how did you get in this position. So the next question is that since you have more experience in this field, what's the more valuable in your career, which you are thinking that this is the education you have gained or the experience which you have gained? We have both different, right? So this is the main part you have said.
Okay. So what I feel is the most important part to begin with is neither the education nor the experience. Okay. So once you enter it into a corporate life, whatever you have studied in your career will not be of much help. Okay. So you enter as a beginner. So at that point, there is no scope that you are experienced already, right? So it depends on the soft skills, how you cultivate with people, how you cultivate yourself, how you go along with people, your mindset, those kind of things make you to stand in this particular field. It's education is something different. It's only whatever maybe in your interviews they would ask like write a Java program to write a palindrome of a number, Fibonacci number, all these kind of things they'll ask you, but it is of no use there. Okay, but what I would say is you'll have a particular idea. You'll have a particular idea. You might be well versed in some particular domain. For example, initially when I was in college, like you, I chose Java. I just wanted to study Java. Even I was ECE student, but I wanted to study Java since people around me gave a reflection that Java, if you enter into IT sector, Java will be predominant. That is the main scope. That was the one that I was told. So in later stages, I tried to practice Java and went for some courses like that. But no sooner did I enter into the organization Tech Mahindra as a fresher, I did not even know that there was another domain called networking. I was put into networking domain actually. Mobile testing. For example, we use a mobile, and we there are two types of things. One is postpaid, one is prepaid. So how you get the bills, how you receive the bills, how does the call go, when does the call get disconnected, all these kind of things. It was very new to me actually. I what to say, just like the we say usually the corporate had other areas for me. I even mentioned that I'm okay at Java, but I was into networking domain. So you cannot expect anything. So whatever you are put into, try to adopt it. So as far as I am concerned, as far as I know, be good at any of the programming languages. Okay, it may help you at any point of time. Not that you need to restrict yourself. Any kind of programming language that depends on you. For example, if you want to enter into IT, be good at C or be good at .NET, be good at Java. If you want to enter into core field, be good at embedded C, be good at PCB designing. It goes. It depends on your interest. When you enter into, the only good thing is when you enter into core industry, you will have an idea like what you have already prepared for it, because the service based sectors are independent of projects. They have multiple projects. It is a scope of projects, sea of projects. It will be of anything. Networking will be there, Java will be there, .NET will be there, mainframe will be there. These are the many kind of domains. But when you enter into core sector, it's only that thing. For example, if you enter into PCB company, it is only PCB, and the coding will be related to PCB. If you enter into automotive, it will be only automotive, and it depends, and the coding will also be depending on the automotive. Only thing is you need to have the basic idea of the language and the structure. So it depends on, again, depends on the person and what sector he chooses. So it's neither the experience nor the education. It's up to your mental preference to where you step into.
So all were connected in one question. So that's really nice answer. Since you have worked in three different companies, Tech Mahindra, Robert Bosch, and now it's Harman Test Company. It's in Bangalore, right, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. So three different companies, and what were the three different cultures we were faced in these three companies? It will be like the treatment of employees will be different in three companies. So what are the differences you have faced?
Okay. This is actually the question I just that I wished you should ask me, because Tech Mahindra as a fresher, and into Robert Bosch as a 2-year experience candidate, and into Harman as a 7-year experience candidate. So the only thing that you should need to have is the mindset. For example, if you enter into some organization as a fresher, you should not be in a hurry to learn the things actually, and you should not get afraid of everything. For example, the people in your college or people around you will always be different. They will always keep on motivating, like, because you are still a kid to them. Okay, they'll tell like, okay, fine, no problem, take your time, take your time. This is how it goes until you enter into corporate life. Once you enter into corporate life, you feel that people around you are very different. They will be so sarcastic to you. You don't even know if they are trying to motivate you or degrade you. In what sense they are saying this part, to understand it takes a complete year for you. You should be with them. You need to understand what their intention is really at that time. So the particular thing is, you need to be adaptive first of all. What they are trying to say, you need to have a what to say, uh, the capturing mind. Because some people, they don't know actually what is this college to corporate transition. They'll be same, to be honest, be very less innocent when you enter into corporate. You should not always show that you are really like that. Maybe your character will be like that, you're really soft spoken or something. But what I tell is, you should always maintain your level. You should not always allow the people above you to dominate you every time. In part of education, it is fine. I mean, giving training or something, it is fine. But sometimes, the people over you, they feel like they are the most superior, and they treat you like you don't know anything. Yes, you don't know anything because you are new to this culture, right? You are in a college safe protected environment like a bird. Now if you have come here, yes, you don't know, but you have to accept it. You should not feel like you are worthless. You should not feel inferior. This is what happens. Many of the freshers, they feel like, okay, I'm not suitable to IT. This is how they go. They jump and go out all of a sudden. I've seen people like that. Okay, so the main thing is flexibility in the first 2 years, and then in the first 2 years, along with the flexibility, the learning curve. Okay, the basic. So as I said initially, in Tech Mahindra, that laid a foundation for me to understand what is testing. Only what is testing. So with that experience and with that flexibility mindset, when I entered into Robert Bosch, I had an idea. Okay, this is how testing, and what is that with this testing, I need to learn the things from that. Okay, like what is the I'm a bit matured now. I can understand what the concept is. I can understand how people are, how to go along with people. So now I have, even when I go through a technical document, I can understand what is the thing they are trying to say. Even if they are given in 10 lines, I can understand it within a particular 5 lines. So I'm ready for this. So at that particular moment of time, you need to first sorry, you just need to understand, like, okay, I'm okay to go with it. Then you have to start your work there. Only the concept for you is new, but the testing experience comes into play, right? So you have tested for the past 2 years. That testing experience should come. come into play. Like the scenarios, for example, you enter into a car. Okay, you just enter into a car, and the climate is very chill there outside. It is just imagine it is only 10 degrees Celsius. So there will be sensors fitted in the car. So you are on the AC, you are switching on the AC. What happens? It should detect that the environment around you is only 10 degrees Celsius and there is no necessity for AC there. Correct? So what happens? It should shut off the AC and on the heater there. Okay, you can understand the concept, right? What I'm trying to say. Yeah. So in the this is how you need to get along the concept. So this is how you apply your testing knowledge, and from the testing knowledge, you start to again your learning curve starts. But just think that the learning curve is never-ending process. You cannot say that I'm done with this particular thing, I know everything in this. So all of a sudden from nowhere new issue pops in and you again start from the scratch. Okay, so just keep your mindset that I'm flexible, I'm adaptive, and the next thing is I'm ready to learn new things. Okay, even if I don't know anything, let me learn it new, not that I'm worthless. Okay, many people at times due to pressure situations, people make you feel that you are not fit for IT. It happens actually for some time. So the only thing is you need to be confident that yes, I'm learning, I will still learn. Let me make mistakes, but let me confirm that the ratio of mistakes is getting reduced. If I make 10 mistakes at the initial, after 6 months of in the project, let me make it 5. After again another 6 months, let me make it to 3. Then let me make it to 2. You have to reduce your defect cycle, issue cycle, rather than telling that I cannot learn.
Okay, sir. Again, the same repeated question with a good lead. What my question is, what I feel is, you have worked in three different companies, and in each company, these are the cultures that you have already explained to us in detail. So we have both IT sectors and different kind of sectors. In order to that, we have personal families and our personal times and everything we have. Uh, Being you and being yourself, how do you maintain your work and life balance? How do you balancing this?
Okay. The main thing is like every organization they say like they focus on work-life balance, like 8 hour or 9 hour work to a maximum, and then the work will be done. But in sorry, in some cases, this is not what happens. Okay, you have to extend your work time for some of the days. Uh, like sometimes you have to sit overnight, sometimes you have to get along the weekend. That will be, we should not go with any expectation. Like the work-life balance, that particular quote itself is like you should just for the namesake you should keep it as that. Not that I'm threatening you or for making you afraid. I'm saying is the real thing is the real fact is everyone works almost close to 10 hours per day. Okay, and in case when there is a demand, you need to work overnight, and you may need to stretch on weekends also. So work-life balance, it being myself and how I manage myself is like one thing what you can say is your adaptive nature or your flexibility can help you. For example, when you don't have any commitments that particular time, you can just come forward, or if at when it is asked by lead or your manager, you can just willingly turn up, saying that okay, I'm ready to come, no issues, because when you don't have commitment, but you need not tell them that you don't have commitment. But after some days later, when they ask you to come again, you can just say that this weekend I supported, but this weekend I have some couple of works to be done. So maybe the next time, if I could do, that should be fine. If you answer it that way, they would be like, okay, fine. They may come to an understanding that fine, he worked that weekend, right? So let's spare him this time. This is how it goes. So when you don't have work and when there is a need for someone to be in the project, just come along. Okay, just be the first person to come. Really, when there is a need, you just raise your hands first that there is a need, and just tell them what you have done earlier. Because in IT sector, it is very important to remind people what you are doing always. Not everyone will remember everything. Okay, it may be a crucial delivery. It may be okay, the most deadliest deadline, whatever it is. Okay, people don't remember things here, so you have to keep on insisting them or remind them that you have done this work, you have done this, you have done this. That is with the family and other friends, it is not that case, right? We don't keep on reminding or telling them that I told you like that someday, I told you this someday. It is not necessary. But when it comes to here, it is for your survival, and it is you need to be a bit selfish. Okay, you need to be a bit selfish. Don't give credits to others. Don't give credits to others. Not every time, out of sometimes out of frustration or out of angry or out of some fear, what you do is even though you have done things, sometimes people will tell that they have done, but you say yes, yes, yes. You do it sometimes, even if it is a good thing. You tell them that they have done it because you are frustrated with that particular thing for one particular span of time. So even when you're angry, or even when you're sad, or even when you're happy, if you did something, agree it. Okay, they're not going to give you some kind of brutal punishments or something. Okay, just accept what people do. And the first thing is, again, coming to the first question, start to analyze people. Because once you get along with people, there are people usually what they do is they'll come, just do their work and leave. That is one particular category. But people who get along with others, they will have more kind of issues, because when they speak with so many people, they believe that they are people with uh, good instincts, but it is not the case. When it comes to work, people are different. Okay, they distinguish themselves between personal and professional. So in that case, you should also be like that. Sometimes it is not, even though your close friend is your teammate, a work is a work, but the persons, you should have a mutual understanding first of all, that work is different and personal is different. Because for the work you committed, be it good or bad, you should take the responsibility and not the other person. And you, with your attitude, that person should also have the mindset that, okay, I have done this, be it good or bad, I will take the responsibility. Okay, so better to go in a professional way uh, with people when you are too much when you too much get along with people. If you come, sit your work, go silently, that is another case. But people won't support you much in that case. Okay, they'll be like, okay, this person is like that, so he comes to his work, does it, leaves it. He is not getting along with other people. Even if you tell the answers to them or tell something to them, they will not be considered. So just socialize people, start to understand people. Most here, more than understanding, start to analyze people here. When it comes inside the corporate sector, start to analyze the people, how these people, but don't be judgmental. You can say that, oh, this guy is so good, but he'll be someone else at some point of time. Okay, just start to analyze people, and have good knowledge, technical knowledge. Because there will be times when you have to even argue with your superiors. Okay, only when you have that particular capacity, you can argue and stand along. That superiors, they may not have much technical knowledge, they'll be like managing you. Okay, but they'll not have much technical knowledge. But when it comes to technical part, you'll be the handling. So just get along with technical knowledge also to the maximum. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I actually had that question, but you have answered way of it. Because each and every people have a different kind of perspective in being a person. In my perspective, some maybe see as a good person. In your perspective, it maybe differs. It was really a great voice also, because coming across the three different companies, and you have gained lot of experiences, which actually need to be learned by maybe youngsters or the freshers or your co-stars maybe. It can be learned by many other people in the industry. So what I say is, if I can put that in a given to me, that will be given as output to many other people who are watching this maybe. So Thank you, sir, for your valuable time to with me. It's actually I should thank you a lot for giving us input and just exhibiting interest on output. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All the best.